Good morning students, welcome to today's class. Now we can see the first sum in exercise 2.3. Represent the following inequalities in the interval notation. First subdivision, x is greater than or equal to minus 1 and x is less than 4. So x greater than or equal to minus 1 means we have to include minus 1 and the values which is greater than minus 1. Next one is x is less than 4. X is less than 4 means here we should not include 4. We have to take the values which is less than 4. So this fully will get. Now what you want to find is and. And is there means we have to find the intersection of both the intervals. Or is there means we have to find the union of both the intervals. Okay. Here we have and. So we have to see which is the intersection of both the intervals. So here you see minus 1 to 4 only is common for both the intervals. And then you have to check whether we have minus 1 and 4. That is whether we'll get the open bracket or closed bracket we have to verify. So here in the first set we have minus 1. Okay. Then in the second one we have x less than 4. X less than 4 means this fully will take. So minus 1 we can include in this interval also. So close bracket will come for minus 1. Then for 4, here you see from minus 1 to infinity means 4 is included in that. But in this one x is less than 4. Less than 4 means we don't have 4 there. So we have to put open bracket for 4. Now we can see the second subdivision. X is less than or equal to 5 and x is greater than or equal to minus 3. The question is written 2 times, you can write once. So first we have to draw the real line, minus infinity to infinity. Then the negative value you have to write first, then the positive value 5. X is less than or equal to 5 means what? You have to include 5 as well as the values which is less than 5. Then x greater than or equal to minus 3. So you have to include minus 3 and the values which is greater than minus 3. And means we have to see which interval is common for both. Okay. So on seeing itself we can identify minus 3 to 5 is common for both the intervals. So minus 3 to 5 will get. Now we have to check whether we'll have open bracket or closed bracket. So minus 3 you see here. X value is less than or equal to 5 means here we have minus 3. Minus 3 is included in the first set. In the second set also we have minus 3. So we can put close bracket for minus 3. Then 5 we have to see. In the first set we have 5, isn't it? In the second set what we have x is greater than or equal to minus 3. So here also 5 is included. So we are putting close bracket for both minus 3 and 5. Third subdivision, x is less than minus 1 or x is less than 3. So here we have or. Or means you have to see the union of both the set. So first real line minus infinity to infinity minus 1 then 3. X value is less than minus 1 means we have to take the terms from minus infinity to minus 1. Minus 1 will not be included, which is less than that you have to take. Then x less than 3. X less than 3 means 3 is not included, but what are the values less than 3? All the values you have to include. So here I said or means union, isn't it? You see here, when we take the union of this interval as well as minus infinity comma 3, what we'll get? We'll get the interval minus infinity comma 3, isn't it? Because this interval contains the smaller interval. So when we take the union of both, only one interval we'll get, that is minus infinity comma 3. Fourth subdivision, minus 2x greater than 0 or 3x minus 4 less than 11. So or we have here, so we have to find the union. Minus 2x greater than 0 means you can multiply by a minus sign first. When you multiply by minus sign, the inequality will change. 2x is less than 0. Then you divide by 2 on both the sides. So x is less than 0. So you see here the real line minus infinity plus infinity 0 we have here. X value is less than 0 means from minus infinity to 0 you'll get. Okay. Then if you don't have equal sign means it will be open bracket. If we have equal sign means it will be closed bracket. But for minus infinity and plus infinity always you'll have open bracket only. Now you can consider the next term. 3x minus 4 is less than 11. So you add 4 on both the side. 3x minus 4 plus 4 is less than 11 plus 4. Okay. First, we want to find the value of x. First, we will remove this term. So only we are adding 4 everywhere. So 3x is less than 15. Now we have to divide this term by 3. So dividing by 3, you will get x is less than 5. X value is less than 5 means what? Minus infinity comma 5 you will get. So now you have to see the union of both. So minus infinity comma 0 means this much you will get. Minus infinity comma 5 means from minus infinity to this 5 you will get. So when we take the union of both, which is the bigger set, minus infinity comma 5 is the bigger interval. So that is the answer. Therefore, the solution is x belongs to minus infinity comma 5. Question number 2. Solve 23x less than 100 when first subdivision x is a natural number, second subdivision x is an integer. Solution 23x is less than 100. So divide by 23, you'll get x less than 4.3. The first subdivision is x is a natural number. So the natural number that is less than 4.3 means what are the values you'll get? 1, 2, 3 and 4, isn't it? So x is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 where x is an integer. X is a natural number. Second subdivision x is an integer. So the integer that is less than 4.3 means what are the values you'll get? All the negative values you'll get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So these are the integers which is less than 4.3. So only we have written here x is an integer. Question number 3. Solve minus 2x greater than or equal to 9 when first subdivision x is a real number, second subdivision x is an integer, third subdivision x is a natural number. Solution, write the question first. Minus 2x greater than or equal to 9. Multiply by a minus sign first. So 2x is less than or equal to minus 9. The inequality will change. Then divide by 2 on both the sides. So x is less than or equal to minus 9 by 2. Minus 9 by 2 can be written as minus 4.5. Okay. So x is less than or equal to minus 9 by 2 means how we can write x belongs to minus infinity comma minus 9 by 2. Here it will be closed bracket. Okay. If we have equal sign, I said no, here it will be closed. Now the first subdivision, x is a real number. Okay. X is a real number means this is the answer for that. Next subdivision, x is an integer. X is an integer means the integer which is less than or equal to minus 4.5. Okay. The integer which is less than or equal to minus 4.5 means what are the values you'll get? Minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, etc. Okay. So x value is equal to this. The third subdivision is x is a natural number. X is a natural number means the value of x which is less than or equal to minus 4.5, isn't it? Here there is no natural number. Natural number means it starts from 1, isn't it? So there is no solution. Now we can see the fourth question. First subdivision. Solve 3 into x minus 2 by 5 less than or equal to 5 into 2 minus x by 3. So first what you want to do is, you see the denominator values, here we have 5, here we have 3. So take the LCM of both. So it is 15, isn't it? So multiply by 15 on both the side. When we multiply by 15, here you can cancel 1, 5, so you'll get 9. 9 into x minus 2 is less than or equal to, here when we multiply by 15, you'll get 25. So 25 into 2 minus x. Take this 9 inside. 9x minus 18 is less than or equal to, here take this 25 inside, 50 minus 25x. Then you take this x term to the left hand side and this constant to the right hand side. So 9x plus 25x, it is equal to 34x. And here 50 plus 18 means 68. From this you can find the value of x. Dividing by 34, you will get x less than or equal to 2. X less than or equal to 2 means x belongs to minus infinity comma 2. Since we have equal sign, for 2 we have to put close bracket. Second subdivision, 5 minus x by 3 less than x by 2 minus 4. Solution. First you take the LCM for this. So x minus 8 by 2. Now same way, that is for the denominator you have to take the LCM. It is 6. So multiply both the side by 6. You'll get 2 into 5 minus x less than 3 into x minus 8. Take this 2 inside. 10 minus 2x less than 3x minus 24. Then this constant you can take it to the left hand side and x term to the right hand side. So 5x is greater than 34. So you can rearrange it. 5x greater than 34, like this you can write. From this x value is greater than 34 by 5. X value is greater than 34 by 5 means x belongs to 34 by 5 comma infinity. Question number 5. To secure A grade, one must obtain an average of 90 marks or more in 5 subjects, each of maximum 100 marks. If one scored 84, 87, 95, 91 in first 4 subjects, what is the minimum mark one scored in the 5th subject to get A grade in the course? Okay. So listen, if a person have to get A grade in a course means he have to get an average more than 90. So here we are taking the 5th mark as x. Let x be the minimum mark to be obtained to get A grade in the course. So we are finding the average of all the 5 subjects. This 4 subject they have given in the question itself the mark. 5th subject we are taking it as 6. So this divided by 5 should be greater than or equal to 90. So x plus, when we add everything we will get 357. Then cross multiply it. We'll get 450. Cross multiplication we cannot apply when there is inequality. It is like multiplying by 5 on both the sides. So x is greater than or equal to 450 minus 357. It will become 93. Therefore, the minimum mark to be scored is 93. Question number 7. Find all pairs of consecutive odd natural numbers, both of which are larger than 10 and their sum is less than 40. So we have to find all the pairs of consecutive odd natural numbers which satisfies these two conditions. That is, both the numbers should be greater than 10 and their sum should be less than 40. So we can take the two numbers as x and x plus 2. Okay, odd natural numbers. So if you take x as one odd number means the next odd number will be x plus 2, isn't it? And it is given the sum of both the numbers should be less than 40. So x plus 2 is less than 40. From this you can write 2x plus 2 is less than 40. So 2x is less than 38. Now divide by 2 on both the side. You will get x is less than 19. So we have x is less than 19 and the question it is given both the numbers should be greater than 10, isn't it? So x is greater than 10 we have. So we can take the values like this. The minimum value or the first value will be what? 11. X is greater than 10 and from 11 only it starts. So x is equal to 11 if you take means the next odd number will be what? X plus 2, that is 13. If you take the so this is one pair. 11 comma 13 is one pair in such a way that both the numbers are greater than 10 and its sum is less than 40. Then if you take x as 13 means the next odd number will be what? X plus 2, that is 15. Then if you take x as 15 means the next odd number is what? 17. If you take x as 17, you will get the next odd number as 19. We cannot take 19. If you take 19 means the next odd number will become 21. Okay. So 19 and 21 means it will become 40. But here it is given it should be less than 40. Okay. So the possible pairs are 11 comma 13, 13 comma 15, 15 comma 17 and 17 comma 19.